Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday I made a video on an article talking about the Russians being able to destroy a Blackwater mercenary command point, and they were very happy about it. They also destroyed some command centers of the Ukrainian army and some nationalist group, again supposedly the leadership or their command centers. Now the Ukrainians are returning the favor. Remember, when you talk about Blackwater, you talk about being a private military contractor company. When you talk about Wagner Group, the Russian counterpart of Blackwater, you talk about mercenaries. So I will use their terms here, but it's the same thing. This article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, and it's from September 19th, 2022. Ukraine targets Wagner Group barracks in Luhansk Oblast. All right, so let's see. Kazansky included a short video of the aftermath of the attack on the facility in Kadivka, Luhansk Oblast. According to him, Wagner Group mercenaries used the premises of the local arts and culture center as barracks, which was targeted by Ukrainian HIMARS rocket artillery. So when the Ukrainians are destroying a hotel, it was the Russians the Russian army who used that. And these are articles that I read. When the Ukrainians destroy a resort facility, they say the Russians took over it, and it was used to be full of Russian military. Now, when they destroy this arts and culture center, it's because the Russians use it as military. But when the Russians destroy whatever kindergarten, or they destroy a hospital, then it's just plain war crime, because those are not Ukrainian military personnel who stationed there. So anyway, I just felt that I have to make this little clarification how things are. So, and he says here that note how precise the strike was, said Kazansky. So these guys are just salespeople for the military-industrial complex of the United States of America. They are so perfect, but the Russians have an accuracy of about 30%. But when the Russians have to destroy kindergartens and schools and hospitals, somehow they have it 100%. So it's so stupid, but let them be. And I'm quoting, "Only the wing where the bastards lived was destroyed. Other sections of the buildings are unscattered. There are no reports on the number of casualties among the mercenaries." Why don't you ask the Russians? They won't tell you. Ukrainian official sources are yet to acknowledge or report the attack. Well, so they say, well, we hit them back. I don't believe anything. I don't believe the Russians, but I don't believe these ones, how should I put it? I trust Russians a little bit more than these guys. Because as of now, I haven't really heard the Ukrainians saying that, oh, we have these massive losses here, we lost over there, the Russians attacked us, encircled us, took prisoners and all that. They use euphemisms, or they lie by omission. On the other hand, you hear the Russians saying, oh, well, we retreated from north, and the counteroffensive was okay, we got some losses. You can hear things that trickle down to us in that way. Or for instance, there are other statements made by politicians or even by media people in Russia who dare to say that the counteroffensive, the Ukrainian counteroffensive was successful and we lost, and you would never hear this in the other camp. Not that it doesn't occur, because look where the Russian army is and look where the Ukrainian army is. So obviously those guys, the Russians, advanced west. So they had successes. You never hear about that. Or you have to just look at the map and realize how things are. But you will not hear that the Ukrainians did. They always, we retreated, we regrouped. That's the word. Like now the Russians use the word, we're regrouping behind whatever, because we had to enforce in Donetsk, so we let that free for Ukrainians to come and kill us or something. So it's they're gonna talk about now, obviously, who kills more mercenaries from what side. But I don't even know if I have no way to verify that anyway. But if they say they killed Wagner Group members, they killed Wagner Group members. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.